Hi, this is Retta Putignano with Create Your Reel. Today we're going to talk to some industry folks regarding reels. First, we're going to hear from Hayley Littman, who is Vice President, Executive Director, and Agent at RPM Talent. And then we'll hear from Ricki Maslar, a casting director who has cast many feature films. We wanted to hear from both sides of the industry as to how reels were utilized on either side. And what we found out is that agents require certain things from a reel, and sometimes that's similar from what a casting director needs, and sometimes it's very different.
I utilize reels by when I submit. I pick the appropriate reel that's going to be appropriate to the breakdown that I'm submitting on, and be it either comedy or drama episode, that's the reel that I'm going to submit on, and I'm going to make sure that casting sees my clients in their best light, portraying a character that's as close to the breakdown that I'm submitting them for.
I educate my director on actors by utilizing the reels. I always do the audition if the actor is available, and I'll back up the audition with the reel. Sometimes when an actor or a director isn't convinced that the actor's right, I'll send the reel in first.
I need strong acting on a reel. I want to see them. I want to lose myself when I'm watching the reel and believe that this is who they are and believable in the role that they're playing. So I'm looking for either amazing comedy, amazing drama, and you forget that it's only a 2-minute reel, that you want to see more. So by the end of a reel, I want to see more what happens with that, because it's so believable and it's such good acting.
I need to see the actor. Actors get so caught up in scenes and they want to tell a story with it. Reel is not about telling a story. A reel is simply about showing your capability as an actor, that you can be in the moment, that you can just be. So what I need from an actor in a reel is to see the actor, not interested in the other people in the scenes.
Well, it's dated, and you can tell if it's an 80s clip, from not only my clients but other clients around. Maybe the material is a little dated, their hairstyles might be a little dated, so you're able to know immediately how recent things are. But if the actor had been recurring on something and it had a really strong scene, I would put it, but I don't think I would put it as the primary scene.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you're going to use them, put your fresh stuff up front, and then either chapter it or put it towards the end, maybe even in a montage if you want to do that. But if you've changed dramatically from that clip, don't use it. I have a very dear friend who was on the Wonder Years, and he was great, but he was 16 and he's now 40. It doesn't serve our purposes at all for me to say this is what he looked like when he was 16 and here he is at 40, but we're using him at this age because we can't turn the clock back. So it totally depends. Totally depends on who the actor is and if they want to show a history and a body of work. Normally I would tell you to do that in a resume and not on a reel.
I like it no more than 2.5 minutes. As long as it's strong, and I don't necessarily care about the other characters, and I don't want to really know the storyline before and after. I just want to see my client in a strong scene that's believable. So in as many scenes as possible, but no more than 2.5 minutes.
The reel should depict different characters that an actor can play. It should be basically just about the actor. Nothing is more frustrating for me than to send a reel to a director or to a producer and say, look at this actor, and they'll come back to me and say, which one was it? Which doesn't serve anybody's purposes. So The reel should consist of different characters and different arcs that you can play as an actor.
Not really a fan. I feel like I'm watching a bar mitzvah, montage of, I want to see acting. I don't need to see music or, running in slow motion kind of thing. I just want casting wants to see the result immediately. I want to see a result. I don't need any fluff.
Montages are always fun, and it's the first thing an actor will go to. It's kind of a cheap trick to try to put as much as you can into a 30-second slot and then create the mood with music. They're fun. Do it at the end. Don't do it at the beginning, because at the beginning it's going to be a fast forward for myself or my directors or producers, and they may just end up fast forwarding through your scenes too.
I don't think any more than 4 to 5. I think if it's keeping with the same genre, and if it's showing the actor in a different light on each scene, then any more than I think 4 or 5, it gets a little bit overload. I want it, again, strong, short, to the facts, real.
A limit to the number of scenes. If you've got clips, use the clips. If you're writing and producing a scene, I think no more than 2 or 3, maybe. 3 is probably a good number because you can show a lot of colors in 3, a lot of texture. A limit to the length of the reel. I will actually watch up to a 7-minute reel, but most of the people I know, 3 to 5 minutes.
I'm a comedy person, so I'd like to laugh about it and then get me into it, get me laugh, and then you can show your drama side to it. But I'd like to open up with a laugh, not open up with a gunshot.
For me, it's probably going to be drama first. Although I will tell you, after just casting a couple of films that were comedic, comedy's the hardest.
When I watch a reel, and it, again, kind of like lets me, when you're watching a movie, how you lose yourself in it, that's what I want for a reel to do. So there have been reels that, have opened up with a bang and made me laugh, and then every scene has been progressively as funny or as dramatic as the first one was. So, or if it's a scenes, there's strong scenes from current episodics and current movies that I really can not only see the supporting actors around them, but I can highlight my client and they're really in a strong scene and believable.
Production value on a couple of the reels that I saw have just been incredible. And they're like mini movies. And it's fun to watch those. It's a lot of fun to watch those. Again, I can't stress enough, it has to be about the actor, not about the other actors in the scene. You lose its purpose.
It is pretty important because it's quality. If you have a quality production and a quality actor in a scene, it's just seeing like a B movie versus an A movie. You want to know that you're watching the highest quality that you can watch, and you can tell the difference when you're watching film, when it's real and working the right way, rather than somebody using their iPhone and video cameraing it. There's a big difference. We can tell.
Production value is very important. It's very frustrating. If I send an audition to an actor and I know that audition is going to be done in front of a wall with a reader, I expect that. But when I plug a reel in, I look to see produced scenes, produced work. That's what my directors want as backup to those auditions.
I think that actors need to know that it's taken very seriously. It's taken seriously for us as agents, as casting directors. Everybody wants to see good quality. And don't try to light it yourself. Don't try to sound, think that you're a professional. Leave the reels to professionals who can everyone wants you to work, but don't try to do it yourself because it's not going to get far.
We hope this information was helpful. We would like to thank Hayley Littman from RPM Talent and Ricki Maslar for their time and expertise. Please join us next time for more information here at the Master Talent Teachers website. And for more information on Create Your Reel, feel free to visit createyourreel.com. Thanks.